Hola, clase. I am Senora Carrillo or Profe Carrillo, and I am your instructor for this course. I am going to show you a little bit about how to navigate the course, where to find your assignments, and some best practices. So if you are signed in on a PC or like a laptop, when you sign into the course, the homepage is going to look something like this. I call this my Bitmoji homepage. Right here on the Blackboard, you'll normally see a to-do list for each chapter, like all of the assignments, everything that you need to complete, and a due date. So um, you'll see that here. I'm going to put this video here right now for the beginning of the course, but I'll change that as soon as we get settled. You can also link out to a couple of different things from this homepage. You can link out to your GimKit assignments, your Quizlet practice. Up here is my Zoom link if you want to schedule a meeting or come to our live language labs, which I'll talk about in a minute. And this calendar icon will take you to the course calendar. There are other ways to access all of the things that I just talked about, but this is kind of like a home base, and I like the visual. But if you come over here on the left nav to modules, this will take you to where you can find all of your course assignments. Um, you're going to have to go through the Start Here module. This is just like a course overview, what to do if you need help, a little program that you can download on your device, on your laptop, that will make it really easy to write the accents, type the accents, because you will need those for this course. And then a little student contract. Basically, you're signing your life away saying that you promise to be the best Spanish student ever. Just kidding. So each chapter that this course goes through, so if you've just taken Spanish 121, this is Spanish, these are the modules for Spanish 122, but all of my courses work exactly the same. So if you're a 121 student, this would say like Capítulo P. But if this is a 122 course, which is the Canvas page you're looking at here, you start with chapter 5. And in the module, you can find your vocabulary list, your Quizlet, which is just a way to practice the vocabulary, your vocabulary quiz. So basically in the module, you'll find everything that you need to complete as well. So it'll be listed on the home page. It's also here, just work from top to bottom. That would be the best. All of these grammar, these are going to have little videos of me teaching and then an activity underneath it that you need to complete and take a screenshot. So watch the video, it will help you when you need to do your homework. That's kind of the same way that I would teach in the classroom. I teach you something and then I send you on your way to practice it. And then at the end, you'll have a quiz. So that's what each of those pages will look like. I use all free resources for my course. So I'm not going to assign you things out of the textbook. Um, so those are the grammar topics. And then there's a grammar quiz. You can see at the bottom of the grammar section, there's your grammar quiz. Every week or every chapter, which is every 2 weeks, will have a vocabulary quiz, a grammar quiz. Um, we have language labs, which are the next section of the module. There's two ways you can do that. You can either click on these assignments here in Canvas. And again, it's a video of me teaching you something, but you need to respond to the video lesson with a video of you answering questions. And don't try to do these without watching the videos because I tell you in the video exactly how to answer the questions. That's like me trying to teach you something. But you need to answer these with a video. That's why they're called language labs. The other option is if you have availability and you want to meet with me live, I'll put out a time for us to come into Zoom and I'll go over the same exact thing that are in these videos. And you can ask and answer the questions with me live. Some students prefer that because, I can give immediate feedback. I can help you with your accent. I'm also just really fun to talk to. And so I will offer that once a week. We'll have an hour where we'll go through these language labs live. So if you're available, you can come to that. But if not, you answer them here in that section of the module. There are 2 per chapter, so basically 1 per week. And you need to do those weekly. So every week you do that. There's always going to be a little cultural discussion, and I just bring up topics and we have a discussion in English about them. And then every chapter has a capstone, which sounds like a big deal, but it's not. It's basically like one slide that you're going to add each chapter. So every 2 weeks, you have one slide to do where you'll put some information on a PowerPoint slide. It doesn't have to be PowerPoint. It could be Google Docs. It could be Prezi. It could be any other kind of presentation software that you want to use. But you're going to put some information in there and you're going to record your voice over it. So at the end of the quarter, you have a very nice project, all narrated by you in Spanish. I have to say that you do not need to use Google Translate for this, and I will know if you do. So if you make this amazing project with wonderful Spanish, perfect, as if you were a native speaker, and read it into your recorder and then put some pictures, um, that is not what I'm looking for here. I want you to use the information that you've learned in the course, in each chapter. So everything that you need to say and put on these slides will be taught in the module. And if you don't use what I've taught you in the module, you're not going to get credit for it. Okay. This has to be done by using what's taught in the course. Okay. So that's how to navigate the modules. So all of the modules, every chapter that this course covers, which is chapters 5 through 9, will have the same components. So you can access the assignments here on the module page. The last place that you can find your assignments for this course, and they're all the same, they're just listed in different places, is on the calendar tab on your left side of your computer navigation screen, I guess. And then you can see in the calendar what you should be doing each day. So for our first chapter that we start on September 25th, you can see there are a few things to do each day. There's not something to do every day. You can totally work on at your own pace. But when the chapter ends, so you can see this first chapter, chapter 5, the final due date is going to be October 8th. Everything needs to be done by then. So I don't accept late work past the end of the chapter. Within the chapter, you can completely work at your own pace. You can work ahead. You can do things like, if Mondays are a great day for you to work, but Tuesdays and Wednesdays you're busy, you can get a bunch done. So even though in Canvas, these activities, these assignments have due dates like Monday, October 2nd, Tuesday, October 3rd, they're not late unless you don't turn them in by the end of the chapter. So work at your own pace. You can always reach out to me to ask me questions. I love to help. I love to hear from my students. It means you're working, and that makes me so happy. So again, there's 3 places that you can access the assignments. There's that homepage, the Bitmoji homepage, which will have a to-do list. There's the module where you can basically just work from the top to the bottom. And then there's the calendar where you can look and see day by day what's due. The big takeaways from this video are my due dates. So everything is due at the end of the chapter. You don't have to do it day to day. When you take your grammar quizzes, so your vocabulary quizzes will all be multiple choice, and Canvas can grade those. But your grammar quizzes are going to need to be manually graded by me. Canvas does the grading, like the preliminary grading, and then I go in and review. So if Canvas marks you wrong for some answers that you feel are right, you do not need to email me and ask me to go review it. I always review all of the grammar quizzes. Okay, so that's something important that you should know. So if Canvas gives you a really low grade, but you feel like you did better, don't worry, I go in and manually grade those. Okay, and that's how the course works. Again, if you have any questions, I'm happy to help. I look forward to meeting you and working with you this quarter. Adios.